Thank you. It's great to be here. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to the Ministry of Trade for this invitation to be at the IGEXX event this year. This is an incredibly well-organized event, and I want to say a big congratulations for a successful organization and event. This is my first time in Istanbul, so pretty exciting for me, and I look forward to being back. Today, I want to talk about global money flows and cross-border payment systems. And one of the comments that I'd actually also like to make is to commend the Ministry of Trade, Tim, and ITID, not only for putting together this event, but also for setting an ambitious target of 10% of e-exports by 2028. That is going to be impactful, and it ties very nicely into some of the work that we've been doing as PayPal to enable global trade for SMBs across the 200 countries that we operate in, and the journey that we've been on in doing so. What I'm going to be talking about is where we've started, where we are today, where we're going, and the payment systems that we've put in place to enable global cross-border trade for SMBs and for powering e-exports. Our journey started over 25 years ago in 1998 with our founding. We were acquired by eBay in 2002, and soon after acquired Bill Me Later, which has now become PayPal Credit. And at the time, PayPal only had about 1 million active accounts. A lot has changed since. Because in the 2010s, we crossed $100 billion in annual payment volumes and grew our active account base to 100 million accounts. We acquired Braintree to expand our processing services. We acquired Venmo to engage students and small businesses for money transfers and money P2P. We acquired Zoom to power cross-border remittances. And PayPal acquired Zero because we realized that small businesses need to be enabled and empowered for face-to-face and in-person acceptance. Hyperwallet was bolted on to the portfolio to enable enterprises to be able to pay out to their suppliers, regardless of where they're located, and to be able to disburse funds to freelancers and gig workers, regardless of which market they may be doing business from. Ensuring that we're able to address the consumer's expectations around offers and loyalties and having a great commerce experience, we brought Honey into the portfolio. And then we move on to the 2010s or the 2020s, where COVID hit, e-commerce accelerated, and I think we all had that experience and saw it. Our consumer base expanded to 250 million active accounts. We started processing over $500 billion in payment volumes. ChargeHound was brought onto the platform as an acquisition to help SMBs with automating chargebacks. We acquired Payd to expand our operations into Japan. And then we also acquired a small company called Curve, which played a real impact in enabling a new capability that we have today called PYUSD, which is a US dollar-backed, PayPal-owned stablecoin. And so that got launched in 2023. And today that currency, that stablecoin, has done over $1 billion in value. Today, PayPal is a full-stack customer platform for merchants of all sizes and consumers around the globe. That is where we are today. With over 435 million active accounts and $1.5 trillion in payment volume processed globally. Now, that represents over 25% of the world's total e-commerce payment volume is processed over PayPal. That is the platform that we operate today, where we've taken this business from a payment button in 1998 to where we are today as a global commerce platform powering global e-commerce payment systems. And as we move into the future, our goal as PayPal is to revolutionize commerce using our AI-powered platform. And so when we talk about our AI-powered platform, this is what we mean. It is a two-sided platform that enables 400 million consumers on one side and 35 million merchants on the other side, across 200 countries, with over 150 currencies enabled for payments. This platform holds over 5 billion financial instruments for powering global commerce. And today we actually also process buy now, pay later capabilities for over 80 million consumers. Now, what underpins all of this is the risk and fraud infrastructure that we've also put together to ensure that commerce is transacted safely, securely, and efficiently. And that is the PayPal global AI platform and the payment system that we have built to power global e-exports. Now, having said that, what I want to do is talk about what does this mean for SMBs all over the world who want to grow commerce. If we want to power e-exports, how does this all come together for our SMBs? Before we go there, what I'd like to do is describe the trends that we're seeing. What are some of the global trends that we're seeing as PayPal, which SMBs should be aware of? And how is PayPal going to help to address these trends on your behalf? One, e-commerce. It's been growing rapidly. We're starting to see it moderate from 13% growth to about 9% growth, but it continues to grow, and it continues to grow rapidly across all of our markets. Two, globalization is real. We're seeing B2C cross-border commerce growing at over 25% and will be about $3 trillion by 2028. Three, unified commerce. Commerce is unified. Consumers want to interact at different touch points. Over 50% of consumers interact at 3 or more touch points: e-com, chat, mobile app, and via social media. And so you have to be able to meet consumers' commerce needs across multiple channels. AI is important. Over 70% of consumers expect merchants to tailor their offerings and their solutions to meet their needs and for it to be personalized. And finance is embedded. It is embedded in the consumer's daily experiences, whether it's on social media and Instagram and TikTok, on Facebook. Finance is embedded, and you have to bring solutions as an SMB or as an enterprise that meets the consumer in an embedded finance experience. So these are the trends that we're seeing. And so from PayPal's standpoint, for you to be successful and for our SMBs to be successful when it comes to global cross-border trade, we've got to be able to address these trends. And we're doing exactly that for small businesses, enabling them to be able to run and grow their business and bring the most to their consumer, increasing basket size using buy now, pay later solutions that we can score using our AI capabilities, converting purchases at the highest rates using our risk and fraud managed payment system platforms, driving loyalty with offers and loyalty programs that we put in front of the consumer and use that to drive more purchase interaction. We're bringing solutions to enterprises to power their payouts to suppliers and to allow them to be able to offer their solutions to global buyers across the world. And again, from PayPal's standpoint, we're talking over 400 million global buyers that can purchase from small businesses and enterprises, whether that small business is selling to an inbound traveler who is a tourist, or that small business is selling online to a consumer in the US or in Europe, or that small business is selling to another business as a supplier of goods and services. That is the platform that we have enabled. And from a consumer standpoint, we see many consumers interacting with businesses across the globe, and many consumers also engaging in freelance and gig work activities and expecting to get paid from the corporates that they work for, regardless of which location they're in. And those are the solutions that we're powering for consumers and giving them flexibility to be able to pay. And so I'm going to wrap by bringing together this global cross-border payment system that I started out describing. I talked about the journey that we've been on from 1998 as a simple payment button, aggregating capabilities and assets that we have brought together under one portfolio, one platform, and one payment system, and how that platform has come together to power complete payments for SMBs, for enterprises, and for consumers. And this is that complete payments platform that PayPal delivers across 200 countries to over 400 million active accounts using over 150 plus currencies. Whether it's enabling payments online via checkout and payouts, or enabling payments in person, contactless payments, QR codes, or Apple Pay or Google Pay acceptance, regardless of where that consumer is, or whether it's enabling remote payments, invoicing, or payments as simple as sending a payment link to a buyer overseas to complete that transaction. PayPal makes these offerings available to SMBs all over the world. And PayPal also makes it possible for consumers and businesses to be able to pay with ease via PayPal, via Venmo that we've acquired. Venmo has over 100 million active accounts. Via buy now, pay later offerings that we bring to over 80 million accounts on PayPal. Via credit or debit cards. It is about offering flexibility in payments to consumers and to many of the markets in which we are active. Via local payment methods, because in some of the markets that we're in, there are local payment methods, and consumers prefer to pay SMBs and merchants cross-border using their own local payment methods. Via digital wallets, and even via stablecoins with PYUSD. And underpinning all of this is the security, the stability, and the compliance practices that we put in place to ensure that payments is safe, secure, trusted, and consistent. And this safety and security is critical because we are able to offer seller protection to our SMBs to ensure that if that was a fraudulent payment transaction, our SMBs do not lose money on that transaction. We're able to offer buyer protection to our buyers to ensure that if that was a fraudulent merchant where goods were not delivered, our buyers get their money back. That is the PayPal promise, to offer trust and security. We're able to give our buyers comfort such that they can purchase from any merchant that they may not know or may not trust because they know that their payment credentials, their card information, their bank account data will not be transmitted to that merchant because PayPal protects that data on behalf of our customers. And lastly, we are engaging the ecosystem. We have built a global payment system that is powering cross-border trade. And we want to work with partners, we're working with developers, and we're working with the broader ecosystem to deploy this platform and to enable payments that is safe, that is secure, and that is trusted and consistent. And that is the journey that we are on. That is the journey that we've been on for the last 25 plus years. And we are excited to continue to partner on that journey and collaborate to expand and grow cross-border trade. Thank you all very much for this time. It is great to be here, and I look forward to being back in Istanbul.